Your parents told you renting is throwing money away. They were wrong. And I've got the math to prove it, including a number that stopped me cold the first time I ran it. Right now in 2026, mortgage rates are sitting around 6%. Home prices in most markets still haven't dropped. And millions of people are forcing themselves to buy out of shame, not strategy. That belief is quietly costing them real wealth. Here's what you're walking away with today. A 3-question decision tree built around real numbers. Answer all 3 honestly, and you'll know exactly which path builds more wealth for your situation, your city, your savings, your timeline. One of these questions will completely change how you think about equity. It takes about 30 seconds to answer. If you're sitting on a down payment right now, or you think you should be saving one, this is for you. Renting is throwing money away. We've all heard it. Here's what that crowd never mentions. Buying throws money away too. Every month as a homeowner, you're paying mortgage interest. Taxes take another slice. Insurance adds more on top. And maintenance, the one cost nobody budgets for, eats whatever's left. And your parents were also convinced a flip phone was fine. Times change. The first time I ran these numbers honestly, nobody had ever shown me what buying actually costs, all in. The total stopped me cold. Let's run it together. Say you buy a home for $450,000. You put 20% down. That's $90,000 out of pocket. Your loan is $360,000 at 6%. Monthly principal and interest, roughly $2,180. Now add property taxes. Most markets run around 1 to 1.2% per year. Check your specific city because this varies a lot. On this home, let's use 1.2. That's $450 per month. Add homeowner's insurance, about $150 monthly. Maintenance runs at roughly 1% of the home's value each year. On this home, that's $375 per month. Your real monthly cost, $3,155. Now compare that to renting a similar home in the same neighborhood. Let's say rent is $2,200 per month. That's a difference of $955 every single month. That money either disappears or it builds serious wealth. That choice is yours. There's a fast tool called the 5% rule. It tells you in about 30 seconds whether buying or renting is cheaper in your market. Here's how it works. Take the home price, multiply by 5%, divide by 12. That number is your break-even monthly rent. On a $450,000 home, 450,000 times 5% equals $22,500. Divide by 12, and you get $1,875. If rent in your area is under that number, renting is often the cheaper choice. If rent runs higher, buying starts making financial sense. When I ran my own city's numbers, the break-even rent came out to $1,900. Comparable rent nearby, $2,400. Buying was the winner, barely. But check your local taxes, insurance, maintenance, mortgage rate, and how long you'll stay. But in many major cities right now, it flips the other way. San Francisco, Austin, Denver, price to rent ratios well above 20. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Memphis, closer to 15 or below. Buying tends to win in those markets. So where does your city land? That's question 1 in your decision tree. Most advice on this topic gives you the same answer no matter where you live. Build equity. Stop paying your landlord's mortgage. Just buy when you're ready. That's not advice. That's a slogan. Your city's price to rent ratio is the single most important number in this decision. Pull it up right now before we go any further. Here are your 3 questions. Answer them honestly, not aspirationally. Question 1, divide the home price by the annual rent of a comparable home. Above 20, lean toward renting. Below 15, buying may win. between 15 and 20 and move to question 2. Question 2 trips people up. Your down payment and your emergency fund are two separate piles of money. If buying means draining your emergency fund, stop. That's not wealth building. That's financial stress with a mortgage attached. You need 20% down to avoid private mortgage insurance. You also need 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved separately. If you don't have both right now, renting is the smarter move. Full stop. A friend of mine bought at the peak in 2022. He's staying put right now, not because he wants to, but because he has to. Transaction costs alone are eating him alive. Agent fees, closing costs, and moving expenses. When you add the full round trip buy and sell, you're looking at 8 to 10% of the home's value. On a $450,000 home, that's $36,000 to $45,000. You need years of price appreciation just to break even on those costs. 5 years is the minimum. Planning to move in 2 or 3 years? Renting almost always wins. Let me step back for a second. This isn't about proving renting is better. Your parents bought at 3% rates. They paid off their homes, built real wealth. Good for them, genuinely. But you're playing a different game now. Different market, different math. That's not a failure. That's just reality. And the best financial decisions are made with clear eyes, not with shame. Back to that monthly gap. Say you invest the difference every single month, and you also invest your $90,000 down payment into a low-cost index fund earning 7% per year. After 10 years, you'd have roughly $384,000 in invested assets. Now look at the buyer. That $450,000 home, appreciating at 4% per year, is worth about $666,000 in 10 years. Subtract the remaining mortgage balance, roughly $309,000. That's about $357,000 in equity. In this scenario, the renter actually comes out slightly ahead by about $27,000 in over a decade. Drop home appreciation to 3% per year, and it's not even close. The renter wins by nearly $90,000. The honest truth, the right answer depends on your city's appreciation rate. And right now, in most major metros, that rate is slowing. Here's the mistake that kills the renting and investing strategy. Most people rent, but never actually invest the difference. They spend it. And suddenly renting actually is throwing money away. The fix is simple. The same day you pay rent, automate a transfer to a low-cost index fund. Set it once, let it run. Even $500 a month invested consistently builds real wealth over time. The strategy only works if you make the investing automatic. This is the one step most people skip. For what it's worth, when I ran my own 3 questions, renting was the right answer, at least for now. Here's your 1-sentence takeaway. Renting isn't throwing money away, but only if you actually invest the difference. Every month you delay this decision without the data. You're either leaving money on the table or paying a cost you didn't have to. Run the 3 questions right now. What's the price to rent ratio in your city? Do you have the down payment and the emergency fund each separately? Are you staying 5+ years? Answer those 3, and you'll have your answer. Not your parents' answer, not your coworker's answer, yours. There's a free rent versus buy calculator linked in the description. It's a Google sheet. No download, no sign up. Just open the link and plug in your numbers. See exactly where you land in under 2 minutes. The link is below. Go do it now. Tell me in the comments, did that number surprise you? Drop it below. I read every one. If this opened your eyes, there's a lot more on this channel. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Every video is built to help you see the numbers clearly. Quick note, this is general education, not personal financial advice. You always make the final call.